Jake Paul is in full meltdown mode after being suspended for alleged cheating in his fight against Mike Perry. The YouTuber turned boxer is furious, claiming it's a witch hunt driven by haters trying to take him down. He insists the accusations are fake, but here's the twist: Paul tested positive for banned substances. Despite the undeniable test results, Jake is sticking to his story, saying the positive result was due to contamination. He's even claiming someone tampered with his sample to sabotage him. In true Jake Paul fashion, he's turning the scandal into more drama, refusing to accept any blame. Jake Paul's suspension has thrown his career into turmoil, putting his highly anticipated showdown with Mike Tyson in serious jeopardy. This was supposed to be the fight that would cement Jake's legacy, but now, thanks to these cheating allegations, everything is uncertain. Jake is furious, maintaining his innocence, but the suspension is very real and could derail everything he's worked for. The news came completely
So sick of this shit, bro.
They said they have a warrant for Jake.
out of the blue, shocking the entire fight world, including his harshest critics. Jake had been dominating headlines with his flashy wins and relentless trash talk, but now his career has hit a massive roadblock. The fans are left in disbelief, scrambling for answers about what happened. The suspension over banned substances blindsided everyone and raised questions about his future. True to form, Jake isn't backing down. He's fighting the allegations, but the damage has already begun, and his biggest fight yet is at risk. When the suspension was announced, Jake Paul exploded, calling it a complete sham. He insists the media is
wanting to see me fail for literally like nothing. Like they're suing me for something I didn't do. Like, on God, it's just the most bullshit thing. And I literally had to pay them a lot of fucking money for no reason. And I'm like, it just pisses me the fuck off. And then
blowing things out of proportion to tear him down, and the allegations are totally fake. In typical Jake Paul style, he's taken to social media, lashing out and doubling down. Team Jake is backing him, claiming it's all BS, saying they're trying to take me down because I'm winning. The media can't stand to see me on top, but things are getting crazier as Jake posts a series of questionable stories online, leaving fans shaking their heads. His defense? He claims it's all due to a contaminated supplement. This wasn't some innocent slip-up. Jake Paul was intentionally juicing, seeking an extra edge to take Mike Perry out in style. And it worked. He delivered a 6th-round KO, had fans going wild, and strutted out of the ring like the champ he thought he was. But now it's all blown up in his face. His win is tainted, his reputation is in shambles, and the suspension isn't going away anytime soon. While Jake rages on social media, pointing fingers, the truth is the tests don't lie. He wasn't playing fair. The Boxing Commission isn't letting it slide, digging deep into the issue to ensure Jake pays the price. The Boxing Commission didn't hold back when they slapped Jake Paul with his suspension, and it's no small penalty. This is a huge deal, with Jake's entire reputation as a fighter on the line. The commission is treating it like any other serious doping case, and Jake's suspension could last months or even a year, depending on how things unfold. For someone who's been gearing up for the biggest fight of his career against Mike Tyson, this is a massive setback. Speaking of the Mike Tyson showdown, it was scheduled for November 15, 2024, at the @T Arena. Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson was the fight everyone was buzzing about, with hype through the roof. Fans were losing their minds, and tickets were selling like crazy. This wasn't just another match, it was set to be the biggest fight of Jake's entire career. Now, with the suspension looming, everything is in jeopardy, and the highly anticipated fight could be called off. Stepping into the ring with Iron Mike Tyson was a huge deal for Jake Paul. The fight world was on fire, and even people who didn't care about boxing were ready to tune in. But then, boom, Jake's suspension dropped, and just like that, the whole event came crashing down. Jake had to pull the plug on the fight, and now it's all up in smoke. The fight that was supposed to make him millions is off the table, all because of those shocking cheating allegations. Imagine how furious Jake must be right now. This was meant to be his moment, the fight that would finally establish him as more than just a YouTube boxer. And let's not forget the massive payday that's now gone up in flames. Even Netflix was in on this, preparing to film the entire event. Now with Jake's suspension looming all cash, glory, and attention that came with this fight are just gone, leaving Jake fuming and fans wondering what's next. There was even a whole documentary planned around the Jake Paul vs. Mike Tyson showdown. That's how big this fight was supposed to be. It wasn't just a huge moment for Jake's career, but for entertainment in general. Everyone wanted a piece of the action, and Jake was set to cash in big time. But now, it's all gone up in smoke, and Jake's fuming over the millions he's losing. Honestly, a lot of fans saw this coming. Jake's overnight transformation from YouTube star to heavyweight boxer has always raised eyebrows. Let's be real, how does someone go from making prank videos and vlogs to suddenly knocking out fighters in the ring with massive power? It's not like Jake had a long, gradual journey in boxing where fans could follow his progress. No, it was like a flip of a switch. One day he's a YouTuber.
I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years. And that thing that you came out with today, nobody on earth thinks that you really wrote that. You're too stupid. And for those of you that don't know, if you've ever watched one of his fights and you see when they do the stare down, the guy that's standing in the middle with the warlock nose and the big warlock wart on his face.
And the next, he's packing on serious muscle and throwing haymakers like he's been boxing his whole life.
And let's just say this, he no longer works for me, and I think he's a scumbag. But if you two think that you can do it better than we do, we're doing this whole thing wrong. You could treat the fighters better than we do. Knock yourself out. Go start your own business. It's easy to do. Get the Warlock on it. The Warlock can get it started for you. What you and the Warlock should be
life. Now, with his suspension, those questions are even more relevant than ever. Fans were already suspicious. It's nearly impossible to put on that much muscle and gain that kind of strength while playing by the rules. You don't just wake up one day with the physique and power of a heavyweight without years of hard work and natural progression. Jake's rapid rise in boxing had a lot of people wondering, is this for real now with these cheating allegations? Things are starting to make sense. And let's not forget UFC President Dana White, who's been firing shots at Jake for ages. Dana has been very vocal, publicly accusing Jake of taking steroids long before this scandal. He didn't hold back, calling out Jake's quick transformation and claiming it couldn't possibly be natural. Dana even challenged Jake to prove otherwise. Dana White even challenged Jake Paul to take a steroid test to prove he was clean, but Jake never accepted. Suspicious, right? Dana has a keen eye for spotting shady business and hasn't let Jake slide, saying, "I believe you're a cheater, and I believe you use steroids. I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years." So what does this suspension mean for Jake? Honestly, it's a massive blow to his career, tarnishing his reputation and putting his biggest fight yet in serious jeopardy. This suspension impacts Jake Paul's entire career, not just in boxing but also as an influencer. No matter how much he shouts from the rooftops, claiming it's all fake or blaming others, it won't help his case. The Boxing Commission isn't interested in his rants or Instagram stories. They've already made their decision. Jake's tough guy persona is crumbling, and let's be real, it's not a good look. He's facing a suspension that could potentially end his boxing journey as he knows it. We'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. So that's all I've got for you today. What are your thoughts on this recent scandal? Fill the comment section with your opinions, and I'll see you in the next video.